Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may find yourself. And thank you for joining this video. Let me first of all lay the caveat. The video is for a particular community of audience, a group of people who understand this conversation that we are about to have. And if you do not fall within that group, or you've never chanced on the conversation that we are about to have, you may completely get lost in the abyss of the conversation, or misconstrue the charts, or possibly lose the context of the discussion that we are about to have here. So it's simple. Anytime that I travel and I post a picture on social media, majority of people in Ghana or those in the diaspora who are part of this community of audience are going to say, oh, God bless your boss for doing this. God bless you, the billionaire. God bless you for helping the Adroba boy. This trip was sponsored by the billionaire. And they are referring to Oliver Kahn, the ship dealer, the acclaimed or self-acclaimed world's billionaire, or second richest man or third richest man whose wealth has never been disclosed. The king of Bogota, the man of many names and wives and girlfriends, the Porsche in demeanor, the what are you talking about man, the assassinating of the assassinator. I understand. Let me first of all admit that I have come to Europe and USA, currently in Hartford. I was in New York for 3 days. I'll be going back. And I'll go back to New Jersey as well, which was my first point. And the purpose of this trip is that I have finally accepted. I was the prodigal son, and I finally accepted to go back to my dad, the billionaire. I used to be very obstinate, but now I have admitted that the man is a billionaire. And ever since I allowed myself to be controlled, or to be under the influence of the billionaire, things have changed. So currently, I can say that I have been appointed by the ship dealer, billionaire, as the chief admiral of the seas, oceanic seas. The ship dealer has appointed me as the chief admiral of the oceanic seas. I'm also the head of the merchants for the Mediterranean. So my position, as you can clearly see, is one of the top in terms of the shipping business in the world, from Bogota to Antarctica, everywhere. And I'm here because my boss says that there is currently a rift between himself and the US government, which has got to do with two of his ships, some of the largest in the world, having become subject of disputes between himself and the US government. The ship now belongs to the state of United States. Have currently impounded those ships, and they have been docked at the ports in New Jersey, because they claim that the ships have lost their license for 3 years and it's not been renewed. And the ship dealer, my boss, has refused to pick their calls. And so the ships have been docked at the New Jersey port. And when my boss finally picked the call, he said, no, there are a lot of items in that ship. It's been loaded, fully loaded, to bring items to Ghana for the elections. And he's ready to contest for the presidency of Ghana. And so that ship went aboard the seas to transport a lot of items to Ghana for his campaign. And when he was not picking the calls, it was during the funeral of his late mom, Queen Elizabeth. And because he was mourning that time in the Buckingham to the palace, everybody knew that he wasn't with his phone those times, and his deputy refused to pick the calls. So those ships have been seized for 2-3 years. The licenses have not been paid. Licenses for 2 ships. So they have been seized. And my boss says I should come here as the Chief Admiral of the Oceanic Seas and head of the merchant for the Mediterranean. So those ships are under my auspices now. And the man in charge previously has been sacked. He's from Bogota. And because of the poshe of the demeanor of my boss, he thinks that the assassination attempts of the assassinator will not work. Assassination is when they have seized your things from one plot to another. So it's the assassination. And that's why I'm here. I want people to understand that my boss has now decided that the rift between himself, or the rift between myself and his team, has to come to an end. I have to admit that he is the boss of the bosses and the handsome to handsomeness. So I am here because my boss has sent me to resolve the rift. You may be watching videos of those 2 ships that have been docked as I speak. And I have to make sure that there is an amicable resolution between myself and the US government. And yesterday he made 2 calls, just 2 calls, and they agreed that the meeting has been set, even though the president here is very busy. But it is my boss to the bosses, the demeanor in the poshe, the whole world. All the ships are in Bogota now, but because of these 2 big ships for his electioneering campaign, I have to come and resolve this matter. So those of you who call and say this is not a sponsored trip, it is a business to business purpose that we are here. It is about billions of dollars. So many cars, 100 million thousand cars in that ship to be distributed to Ghanaians who will be respectful enough to understand that the boss is the bosses and not small Adonko. What are you talking about Adonko and this way, man? This is the rich man in Ghana. So ship, today, after the call, I want to admit to all Ghanaians that you are the boss of the bosses. This is the ship that people are talking about. It's there. I've gone there. They have written your name, ship dealer, the simple Khan, the prince, the only black prince, Prince Khan. All your ships customized. What do people talking about? This is chicken feed, business class. You booked for me, chicken feed. Kofi can come will understand that now there's no rift between the Adroba, no more Adroba boy. I am the head of the entire fleet of ships and currently in charge as the Chief Admiral of the Oceanic Seas and head of merchant for Mediterranean everywhere. So my boss to the bosses has said that people should stop saying sponsored trip. It's a business trip. Ship dealer, my boss, I admit, everywhere in the US, everybody is talking about you. Everybody is talking about you. Everybody says you are the billionaire and Americans want you here. Your girlfriends, I've seen them. Monica Lewinsky and all that. Your son, he has 3 sons in the US. All of them PhD. I met them. They are very happy that I have resolved my issues with their dad. And there were 12 wives here in New York alone. 12 wives, girlfriends, plenty. And money that I brought, you can't even talk about money that I brought for them. 2 billion, 1 billion, all that because of the faith he has in me. People should understand that when he's talking, he means business. He's not a joker. Book a hotel, $200,000 for 10 days. Top hotel, big one. Bogota, Kings, and everybody is happy. that we are bringing these ships. He has given one ship to the King of Colombia in Bogota, free ship. And now these two, we are bringing it to Ghana. If you vote for him, sharing cars, Bugatti, limousine, what are you talking about? Kia Picanto. Serious people. That is my boss, the ship dealer. So if you know him, just tell him that today I'm acknowledging, I've come to see his fleet of ships. And I admit the man is toasted to the billionaire, to the shipping, to the handsome, in the demeanor, in the Porsche. What are you talking about? Money to the king. He sponsored the trip. It's a business trip here. 25 days in the USA. So King, thank you very much. The only prince, the only black prince. Yes. The only black prince. Thank you, my boss. I'll bring the two ships home, and to the assassination of your kingship and the titleship of demeanor in Porsche. Handsome to the prince, to the billionaire. What are you talking about? Good day, everyone. And respects the billionaire. Thank you. Don't get lost. This is only a satire, just for fun and the community of audience understand. Thank you very much. First of all, let me thank Kingsmen Travel Consort, for bringing me here. And also, if you want to travel to USA, Canada, Europe, or UK, your travel and consultancy services, travel consultancy, schooling, home care, the numbers are on the screens. You can call them. Very reliable group of people. So yeah, Kingsmen Travel Consults. You can contact them for your travel consultancy advice and reservations and everything that's related to traveling. Thank you very much.